What is going on, guys? This is James from Brass Monkey Moto, and I am here today to show you my new to me 2006 Gsxr 1000. It's got a lot of fucking power. It's going to be a little over 150 horsepower. It's going to be 75 foot-pounds of torque, and it is a beast. So let's get going. Alright, so basically this bike, the K5 and K6 series, are revered as the best Gsxr 1000s that are out right now. And a lot of it has to do with the horsepower to weight ratio. Like I said, it's pumping out a little over 150 horsepower, and it only weighs 365 pounds. So it's a beast. It really takes off really quickly. You got all sorts of low end, mid-range, and top end power, and it's just a gun off the line. It's probably doing 0 to 60 somewhere around 2.4 seconds. With aftermarket shit, easily, you know, probably 2.3 seconds. But it's like a rocket ship. Got a little custom paint job going on. So I bought the bike for $4,500. It's blue booked at about $6,000, somewhere around there. The guy that owned it before me, he didn't really do too much to it. I just had to do a couple things when I bought the bike. I had to bleed the front brakes and just some small wiring for the brake lights and turn signals, shit like that. I don't think I've ever gotten a bike where I never had to do anything to it, which is fine. You know, I like tinkering around on bikes, and it's good to know exactly, you know, what your bike is up to, especially on the brake side, because you don't want to be stuck without brakes. Mazda. This guy sounds awesome. Just stock, amazing. You don't want to fuck around with student drivers. Try to get ahead of this guy. I do worry that I'm going to get tickets with this guy because it's way too fast. I'm just now starting to get used to the throttle. When I first hopped on here, I was trying to be, you know, as easygoing as I could, but this bike just begs to go fast. It begs. I love this bike. It took me a while to get used to the throttle, but besides that, it's awesome. Plenty of power. Woo! It's like a rocket ship. So the K5, K6 series, Definitely revered as one of the best Gsxr 1000s that are out there. It's got plenty of power. It's real flickable. Turning corners is fun, really fun. So my last sport bike was a 600R Ninja, and I love that thing, man. That thing was so fast, ton of power. You could be doing 125 miles per hour, not even know it. It was so smooth. And this guy is night and day, blows it out of the water. The Ninja was fun, but it didn't have enough low-end torque. Like as soon as you got to like about 5,000 RPMs, you were good to go. But on this guy, it's right out the gate. You just got so much power, it's ridiculous. And I would love to show it off, but there are so many cars around. So I love riding in Texas. It's beautiful. There are always cops right around these railroad tracks, so I gotta watch my speed. It's a bad thing about Wilco County, man. Them cops, terrible. You know, whoa, the hell was that? Got hit by a giant dragonfly. So it's about middle of October 2016, and you cannot beat this weather. It's perfect. It's like 70 degrees out. The sun's just about to go down, so it's even going to get better. Woo! So why did I pick up a Gsxr 1000? Because there is a ton of bad stereotypes about Gsxr riders, for sure. Now, I don't care what people say at all, because it's about the ride. It's not about the rider. And these bikes are fantastic. There's a reason why these Gsxrs sell out so quickly. They're just beasts. The handling is just razor sharp. Now I'm coming from a 1973 Harley Ironhead, which was an awesome bike. Good amount of power, but it's like a middle schooler to a college person on this bike. It's like Night and day, it really is. The power is unbelievable. It's so much fun on this guy. It's probably more power than you'll ever need, but it's fun. I like it. The Harley was a good bike. It was more than a good bike, especially because I took so much time to get it perfect. And then as soon as I got it perfect, I rode it around for like a month and then sold it. The torque on this thing is phenomenal. So why would someone want to get a Gsxr 1000? Well, there's many reasons. Compared to the R1, R1 definitely sits a little bit taller, and it doesn't have that low end power, you know, like right out the gate. I like it, especially for street riding. You know, how many times are you going to get up into the 10 to 11,000, you know, right around the red line range? You know, you want that power right out the gate. You don't have to wait until, you know, people are all the way down the street before you know, got this explosion of power. I was debating on getting the ZX10, and the CBR 1000s are pretty damn sexy bikes. I heard they're super comfortable, good amount of power, but Gsxr, man, this year just blew them away. And you can pick these guys up super cheap, man. You have a ton of aftermarket parts. This bike is just, it's easy, it's flickable to control. You can fly around, you can do whatever you want on it, it's fun. And as long as you don't have a heavy wrist, you should be okay. But it does, you know, the throttle takes a while to get used to, for sure. The position is definitely more aggressive riding than the Ninja, but at the same time, it feels good. It feels pretty comfortable. As long as you pinch the gas tank with your legs a little bit, it takes a lot of weight off your wrists. So would I recommend this bike to anybody? Absolutely not. This bike is only for advanced riders for sure. You can't just hop on this bike and then expect everything to go hunky-dory. This bike is for people that know what the fuck they're doing and nobody else. Because you will kill yourself very quickly if you think you can just pop on here and start riding like a pro. One thing I did wish that they would have done is put the Brembo brakes on here. They got the Takiko brakes, which are alright. It's just I like the Brembo just a little bit better. They're a little bit stiffer. But the taquico's decent. It'll get you to stop quick enough. I want to say this is like the last of the year before they started putting like the ABS brakes on and the combined brake systems. There's no anti-wheelie anything on here, so it's kind of like the last of the real bikes. And this guy was just a raw powerhouse. So much so that they actually took the blueprint, the basis of how they created this bike, and created the BMW 1000 RR. And that bike is the only other bike that I know of that is faster than this bike, 0 to 60. Whoop. But if you get a aftermarket exhaust and remap this bitch, you are going to be right next to that BMW 1000 RR. But honestly, I don't even care to upgrade this bike. It's so fast. Like, if I would make it any faster, like, there'd be no reason for it. Like, you can't do anything with that power unless you're like drag racing. That's the only way you're actually gonna see any of that power. People are saying they're gonna, like, change the sprockets and change the exhaust and do everything they can to get more power out of it, but man, this guy is too fast to begin with. And I'm pretty sure I'm just stock right now. Well, I didn't see any power commander in the seat or anything like that, so. And the exhaust system is the same Gsxr, just the standard exhaust, which is pretty decent. Got a nice little sound to it. Love that paint job though. It's almost like a majestic blue, and then it just has just smoke and flames just all over it, but it's real subtle. It's not like, that goofy hot rod shit that, Honda Shadows put all over their bikes, or any of the, lame ass shit. This is actually like a custom paint job over the top of the Gsxr original paint. It looks good, does the job. Oh my god, these people are slow. I gotta get around this guy. Is there any cops? I don't think so. I'm going for it. I always get stuck behind grandmas. People that do like 10 or 15 under the speed limit, it's like, shit, man. Move! Oh my lord! One thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the tank. It kind of bees right down into your nuts. So if you ever hit like indented sewer or something like that, your balls just get slapped, and not in a good way. You get like a rough, like dominatrix style slap. If you like, getting your fucking balls whacked off super hard, go over bumps with this bike and you will enjoy the shit out of it. But me, I don't like getting off this bitch like I just rode a horse for a day, man. So I did a lot of research. This bike was reviewed by AK-47, and he did a really good job on that review, man. I definitely got to shout out props to him because he went over damn near everything in the bike and did a review the way that reviews are supposed to be done, which is awesome. He was basically talking about the mid-range of this bike, and man, I know exactly what he's talking about, man, because this guy just, it jumps right off. Lexus. Ooh, Lexus. Woo! I'm begging for a straight road. I want a gay road instead. No, please. Woo! Didn't even see that guy there. I'm surprised I didn't see more bikers out today. It's gorgeous out. Granted, I kind of am in the boonies right now. I'm in Round Rock. Not too many people really want to hang out here. It's a little lame. I gotta get out to like Lakeway where it's just hills and rolling green trees everywhere. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, Round Rock's not bad. Just I've been living here for the last couple years. It's fun. Certain places it's fun. But Austin is where it's at, man. You got the best music, you got the best looking women. Woo! Too much fun. Don't you go. Don't you even think about it. That's one thing when you're out on a bike, you definitely got to watch out for other people, man. Like times 20 what you normally do. Like in a car, you get in an accident, good chance you're going to survive. Motorcycle, not so good of a chance you're going to survive without something major happening to you. I've been into, I want to say 2 wrecks. And